want to know, is there anyone in horror films that you haven't worked with that you would love to work with?
Is there anyone in horror films that I haven't worked with that I'd love to? Sure. Christopher Lee. God, they're all dead. Really. Boris Karloff, Peter Cushing, they're all dead.
Any directors or anyone?
Well, who wouldn't want to work for Spielberg or any Cameron, any of those guys? But I worked with Rodriguez, and he's a goddamn genius, that guy. On Grindhouse, we had to shut down for a month on Grindhouse because Robert Rodriguez was diagnosed with bipolar syndrome. Did you know that? So, I never saw it, but they said he was acting erratic and all this. So we took a month off, and they were going to start Quentin's movie. Well, in that month that we were off, Robert painted 12 15-foot high murals, 12 of them, of Selma Hayek. Same pose, but a different style. Impressionistic, a different abstract. And the producers are going, we better put him back to work, man. There's so much creativity coming out of him. So we went back after a month, and our first day on the set, we went to this art exhibit of Robert's 12 15-foot tall murals that were auctioned off for charity, So the guy, we had, everywhere we went on Grindhouse, there was the Video Village that went with us. And it was a group of guys with 3 big video monitors and 6 guys with laptops on a table. And there was always a guitar. There was always a guitar sitting there. So we would shoot like 15 to 20 takes. We'd go back to the Video Village, and Robert would watch it, and then he would decide if we would move on, if he got what he wanted. But he's directing 3 high-def cameras, these 6 guys in laptops. Rose McGowan wore a green cast on her leg with lights on it, so they could erase her leg and put the thing on. We would shoot the scene with her with the green cast on and the lights. By the time we walked back to the Video Village, these 6 guys had erased her leg, put the machine gun or the chair leg in it, so Robert could see right then and there what it was going to look like. So he's directing 3 high-def cameras, 6 guys with laptops, and his body is playing on the guitar classic flamenco music. I say his body because his mind could not have been involved. It's camera, So he's a fucking genius, this guy. Right now he's doing, he's going to be doing a live-action Jetsons with Jim Carrey. And of course, Quentin is doing his war movie with Brad Pitt called Inglourious Bastards in Germany right now.
Is it Rodriguez?
I got a phone call from Greg Nicotero. They shaved his head because he's playing a Nazi. Okay, he's decided that they will kill his crew because his crew was always there. They're going to be the easiest heads to cast and body parts to cast. So they're all playing these Nazis that Brad Pitt and his Inglourious Bastards are just wiping out one by one. They're Jewish soldiers who hate the Nazis and love killing them, okay? That's the gist of Quentin's new movie.
Is it Rodriguez also doing Red Sonja?
Woohoo.
Is it Rodriguez? No?
They turned that one down, yeah. He was going to do Barbarella, but they turned that one down too. Universal turned it down. They didn't think Rose McGowan was a big enough star to spend $70 million on a picture, I disagree. She was very nice to look at on Grindhouse. Yes, back there.
You touched a little bit on the computer working in the movies and such. What are your real thoughts on it? You touched a little bit on it. Do you think it's taking away work from real makeup artists and such?
No, not really. I'll give you an example. On Grindhouse, there's a scene where Quentin is stalking Rose McGowan. He's going to rape her. And in the process, his dick gets like 15 feet long and shoots out.
But it's always like that, isn't it?
Well, that's what I hear. Well, what are you asking me?
Sex machine.
That's true. But it's a different... No, I'm not going to go there. Anyway, so his dick is growing and spouting liquid, and it shoots tentacles out, And then she drives her leg into his eyeball, okay? All right, so Quentin was lying on the floor, screaming as if the thing went into his eye. But nothing happened to him. And we traced his image on the video monitor, his face, okay? He goes away, and now they bring in this fake head. And there's no hair on the head, no eyeballs, no teeth, not even painted. It's just a bland kind of nothing blob. It doesn't even look like Quentin. But the eye was rigged for a stake to go in and blood to, shoot out. So we placed the head where the outline of Quentin's head is and drove the stake in. And of course, blood shot out. Now, just like in Photoshop, they lifted that off the fake head and put it on Quentin. So in the movie, it's like like a Photoshop, it's not really there. But a makeup artist had to create that, you know? In Jurassic Park, you know, the animators control the computer-generated guys, you know, to shoot the stuff. So there's always somebody like us who has to create the thing for the computer guys to, you know, scale, you know, and take over. But no, you're not going to see like effects guys in Hollywood with signs, you know, we'll do effects for food, okay? It's not going to happen, so. I don't think it's going to, I think it helps. I think it helps us, the collaboration between CGI and makeup effects. It just makes it so much more interesting. A woman, yeah.
Do you have a hard time watching horror flicks without critiquing them and just enjoying them?
Yeah, you know, I got to see a movie like 8 times before I see the story, or I get stoned, you know, just smoke a joint first. Then your focus goes, you know. No, it's very difficult to watch a movie and not think of the camera angles and lighting. That's why The Alien and Exorcist scared me so bad, because that was coming at you in such a wonderfully made way. You didn't have time to think about all that stuff. It's just, I just totally believed the story, you know. Another example is Heath Ledger in Batman. I didn't see Heath Ledger. I didn't see an actor named Heath Ledger in that movie. The Joker was a real guy to me. I believed that guy existed. That performance was so good, I just believe it, you know? So that's what it takes. So it's hard for me, like that's why I gotta see a movie a lot of times. I wish I could see a movie again through the eyes of an 8-year-old child, because that's when you believed everything was really happening, you know? And the problem is, what you don't realize, if you're amateur movie makers and you want to get into the business, you want to be making movies because of the magic that you saw when you were growing up watching movies. That magic, that illusion of things that weren't really real being real in your mind. What you don't realize is as soon as you get behind the camera, as soon as you get behind the scenes, you destroy that magic forever. It's completely gone. You will never see the movie again through the eyes of that innocent child where everything was real. Except I wouldn't want to watch a movie through the eyes of my daughter when she was 8 years old, because she made me take her to see Coppola's Dracula like 8 times or something. And I'm sure there were people in the audience wondering, why does this guy have this little girl? You know, but if you sat next to her, she's doing stuff like, now Dad, is that a green screen? Is that yak hair or human hair? Is that foam? Shut up! You know, it's hard enough for me to not think of that stuff. And she's like, is that, you know, yak hair or human hair, foam latex or gelatin, you know? So I don't want to see the movie through her eyes. You know? Or no, you wouldn't want to either. Anybody else?
Last question, if you got them.
Right there.
Right there.
Mine's more of just a comment. I just wanted to say I do love all your films, but I've always been partial to your effects in The Prowler. I always thought those were
Prowler, that's good stuff in the Prowler, yeah.
I mean, also Day. That was another one of my favorites, but I'm always partial to Prowler. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah. No, there's some good stuff in the Prowler, yeah. That was the 80s. That was the splatter decade. Yeah. You know, I was going from movie to movie, using the same appliances. You know, there's always a cutthroat. There was always somebody getting stabbed or something. You know. But
You have like a little kid, cutthroat here.
I was using the same stuff from previous movies on new actors, you know, without having to cast them, because the only difference in those movies was the murder weapon. You know, usually the Prowler, the Burning, Eyes of a Stranger, all that stuff. Huh? The Burning. Yeah. I did The Burning instead of Friday the 13th Part 2. They sent me the script and Jason was running around. I said, well, how can Jason be running around? Oh, no, we're going to change that, but they never did. So they didn't offer me Part 3, and they did offer me Part 4 because it was the final chapter. I created Jason. They wanted me to kill him, you know? So, anyway. But that's it.
That's it. Everyone, let's hear it for Tom Savini.